Hello, granddaughter.
Hello.
Today we're going to be talking about the double rainbow guy.
Yes, aka Bear to his friends, Paul Vasquez.
Your grandpa, when his first rainbow showed up, he started looking on the internet for other people that might have had rainbow experiences. But I just wanted to understand, was it normal for rainbows to come from 2 miles away and come within 200 feet of you? And I'll tell you, I searched and searched and searched and I couldn't find nobody. So then I started looking at rainbow prophecies and rainbow people that had rainbow experiences. Well, then I ran across the double rainbow guy.
Your grandfather took Dennis Palaha and they went to Yosemite to meet Bear. And tell us a little bit about that harrowing little drive.
Well, we had to drive 3 hours from San Francisco. So we got up there and all of a sudden we started getting onto dirt roads as we were driving. So it was a little tricky to find the right location, so where it was. We had GPS, but here in the mountains, it wasn't working too well. So we had trouble even making calls. So we couldn't even use our GPS. So we had a difficult time on finding his place. But eventually we came to a location where there's 4 locations and there was very small signs of addresses that were sort of buried in the woods. So you had to look pretty hard to find it. Well, we did. And then we went up this dirt road and it was steep. And I was glad I had a 4-wheel drive. And I'll tell you, when I went up this road, Dennis and me looked at each other and Dennis was pretty scared. And I wasn't too worried because he had a lot of notoriety. But Dennis was talking about maybe the guy just gets people up here and deals with them and never see him again. So he was talking like that, actually. It was sort of funny. When he got up there, it was an amazing place, like a small farm. Equipment all over, he had a trailer, and he came out with the biggest smile, smiling and welcoming us. And we spent 4 days with him.
Bear is really into nature and living off the land, and so that explains him wanting to just be self-sufficient up there in the mountains.
And for 4 days, it was wonderful memories of seeing the most beautiful things in Yosemite Park. Now, I have to understand, Bear used to work at Yosemite Park, so he took us to places that nobody sees. And what we saw in 4 days would take other people 2 weeks because he knew all the tricks and he knew how to get into locations. And it was unbelievable, honey. It was the most best vacation I ever had in my life as far as scenery and spiritual lifting. He showed me all the places he liked. What he liked the most was swimming. He had swimming holes all over the place. And he would swim, and that was one of his most favorite things to do.
When he came here and stayed with us here, he was so excited because there was a lap pool. And that's one of my favorite memories of Bear, is having to watch him try to stuff all of his hair into a bathing cap because he knew that, you know, public pool and he wanted to be respectful. So he just tried to stuff all of that luxurious hair under this cap. And it was the funniest thing I'd ever seen. I laughed right at him and we laughed together. And it was about this high, and I was actually wondering how he was going to keep it on, you know, as he swam, but he managed to do it.
He was like a little kid in a lot of ways. So, as you know, I had a second rainbow that showed up, and I decided to fly Bear out here. I never thought I would see him again after the first time I saw him. But then something lured me to bring him here. And so I did. And I didn't know what was going to happen. I brought 8 other people here. Now I have to understand, honey, I got 2 condo units. I have this one and the one next door. And I was with 4 people in the bedroom in one area, and there was people next door. And this is sort of, I'll give you this short story. All of a sudden, the door slams. At the same time, a thermostat flies across, hits the other side of the wall. Doors open, and next door, a 6-foot statue falls over that stood up during a hurricane.
Everything happened really quickly. We had a bunch of people around in all different directions who were getting ready to have a meeting. And I just remember a really loud bang, and I felt a big rush of energy. And I looked around, and poor Mike is in the shower trying to have a shower moment, and the doors fly open, and there's everybody. And we spent the rest of the day trying to figure out what happened.
Wow, bang, right through the whole place.
And all of a sudden I heard a really, really loud noise, and the building shook. And we could literally feel the energy moving, and you know, just the ground felt like it was vibrating. And so I went to look outside to see if there was an explosion, and there wasn't anything that I could tell. And then I came here and I noticed that this leopard actually had been toppled over and that a lot of the trees had also fallen over. And the curious thing here is the leopard might be about 60, 70 pounds. The trees, there are some cement blocks holding them together, but with all of those falling, it shouldn't be able to make such a loud noise and to shake the building like it did.
That was the most special event that I can remember with the bear.
Yeah. So Bear opened our eyes, I would say, a little bit to the more spiritual part of life, and so that's what he really brought to our everyday experience having him here, and also just his love for life and always laughing and trying to make everyone laugh.
Yes, and he was very proud to be the double rainbow guy.
Absolutely. I think Bear would be very, very proud of what we've accomplished and what we're trying to do, and he was very important in getting the rainbow movement started, so we're very happy that we were able to have him as part of our lives. Unfortunately, he did die, and we mourn him just like the rest of the world did, but we are very thankful that we were able to have him for the short time that we did.
The rainbow movement wouldn't have started if it wasn't for Bear. Well, honey, there you have it. My experiences and some of the memories that I have with the double rainbow guy.
We were very lucky to have him, and everybody that he ever contacted in his life came away a better person, I think, in the end. So we're really excited that we had had the time that we had with him. And as always, when you see a rainbow, think rainbow movement. We'll see you in the next one, honey.
Bye-bye for now.
Bye.